Breaking news, this just into SportsCenter. Mama, there goes that man. Golden State has found its man. The Warriors announcing tonight Mark Jackson will take over as head coach by the Bay. It's Jackson's first head coaching gig in the NBA. The 46-year-old has been a lead NBA analyst for ESPN and ABC for the last several seasons and will finish out this year's finals before rolling up his sleeves with the Warriors.
The Golden State Warriors have fired head coach Mark Jackson. The move comes in the wake of the Warriors' elimination from the basketball playoffs in the first round by the Clippers in 7 games. Crowd 4's Dan Kerman reports from Warrior headquarters, where the team's management talked about the decision to let Coach Jackson go.
All right, people, what up? In this Mitchell report, we are going to tackle the question asked around the entire NBA community. Why is Mark Jackson not a head coach? I got 2 reasons to give y'all, but I'm going to let y'all decide.
And I just talked about it earlier about playing a part. But if that's not who you really are, you can't play the part, or you can't play the politics game. And I think it was a lot of that. Like, we were huge fans of Mark, the players. He was the ultimate players coach.
That was, I mean, he pretty much put that team together like that.
Championship. The following season, they brought in Steve Kerr. In the following season, the Warriors won the team's first NBA title in 40 years. Now, Mark Jackson's time at the Golden State Warriors was marred by allegations of intense religious rhetoric and homophobia. Mark Jackson had reportedly ranted about 2 staff members who were openly gay.
What he said. Yeah, right. Well, I want to start by saying that we appreciate everything that Mark was able to do for this organization over the last 3 years. He put us in a better place than when he arrived, and we compliment him for that. This was a difficult decision, but we believe he's got a bright future, and we felt it was time to make a change. And that's a decision we made, and we're going to move forward. And anything we do with the best interests of the organization as a whole. And we feel like we're moving in the direction we want to move in. And we are, like I said, thankful for Mark, but excited about the future.
Nobody's trying to throw any shade on Steve Kerr whatsoever, but there's something to be said about somebody teaching you how to crawl and walk before you ultimately learn to run and sprint. And that is what Mark Jackson did. For a lot of other people, it would have been enough to get another job. But for somehow, some way, for some reason, Mark Jackson gets ostracized.
Why hasn't Mark Jackson been given another opportunity?
Right.
I thought he did a good job. I thought he laid the foundation, and I don't even know if he's gotten an interview.
He has to coach men. He can't coach boys.
Right.
Because the way he moves, you know,
he old school.
He's a very religious guy.
So in 2014, after leading the Warriors to back-to-back playoff appearances, the organization ultimately decided to part ways with Mark Jackson and bring on new head coach Steve Kerr as the permanent replacement. I can remember Mark Jackson kind of indirectly addressing the team's decision while broadcasting an NBA game with Jeff Van Gundy and others.
Hey, the bottom line is the Golden State Warriors have been very blessed to be coached over these past 4 years by great coaches, and to borrow Mark's line, but even better people.
Well, I'll say this. Steve Kerr has done an outstanding job. He's sitting the best team in basketball today. Deserves a lot of credit. And I think while giving him credit, there's no need to take credit away from the past. You cannot disrespect.
By Ethan Strauss claimed that at the time he was Warriors coach, Mark Jackson had referred to Jason Collins and team president Rick Welts, both openly gay, as penis grabbers who were going to hell. Now, other teams over the years have shown interest at one point in hiring the former Warriors head coach, but nothing down the pipeline really ever flourished. 2 teams that backed out specifically was the Lakers and the Sacramento Kings. But here's the thing about those 2 franchises. The Kings, for example, have many LGBTQ employees, at least like 7 as of 2020. So I know right now the number has improved and increased. And they pretty much create a powerful pride night, and they've developed year-long relationships with the local LGBT community. The Lakers also made embracing through the LGBT community a priority to their franchise. When you look at that specifically, you know, these teams are not going to try to alienate, you know, people, especially at a volume or a mass amount of numbers. So I can understand why they would stay away from Mark Jackson, especially with so many unanswered questions. But when you go back to the reason why Mark Jackson was fired, like I said, it seemed to be those two elements of religion and, you know, his sexuality, his preference, and how vocal he was. He stood on business as far as his beliefs, but, you know, how much can you really alienate others without being held accountable?
You know, you had mentioned this last night too, Charles, you know, and we had, even while Golden State was still playing, when he was saying, hey, I'm coaching for my life here and that kind of thing.
I have no idea why he was coaching for his life. You know, they made the playoffs one time in 17 years before he got there, and he got them to the playoffs back-to-back years. They were not the team that was going to beat the Clippers. The Clippers had a better team, and they were minus Bogut. I just don't understand. I mean, listen, obviously there's some dysfunction going on in that organization. They fired coaches during the season. They had coaches taping each other. The only thing I blame Mark for is he got to do a better job of surrounding himself with people he can trust.
Now, if memory serves me correct, y'all, ESPN had then later hired Mark Jackson in May of 2014 after the firing at Golden State. However, even though the Strauss report had yet to hit the public, I don't think, it was reported that ESPN actually knew the specifics of Mark Jackson firing, and they opted to kind of like hide it or keep it a secret because Mark Jackson was an employee of theirs and they didn't want to really like stain their brand. To me, I don't have 100% document on that, but that definitely does sound like typical ESPN network type of storylines and things that they would be doing behind the scenes to try to save face on something or just try to keep their momentum going. So I wouldn't really put it past the network at all. After ESPN later cut ways with Mark Jackson, he then went on to work with the New York Knicks, but then controversy just hit the pipeline when it comes to that situation, and Mark Jackson had addressed reports of him being banned from Madison Square Garden.
The lies have got to stop. I've sat back year after year after year listening to lies, questioning me as a man and my integrity. For what I stand for, what I was raised on, has been questioned. I sat back and didn't say anything. My guy, the coach, the legend, Coach Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, has a great quote that I listened to just recently. He said he lost the address to the high road. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer because there's a side of me that's fed up, that's upset that you keep on smearing my name. Today a report came out that I was fired or dismissed from calling Knick games.
Another chance, because a lot of people feel like, you know, he's being blackballed from opportunities. But if he's violating people and disrespecting people, I mean, you're going to have to look at this thing from both sides. But, you know, he's standing on business. He's standing on what he feel. We've seen worse from people. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I feel like he might be getting cheated, because, you know, he's still in the league, so to speak. But I think he's a great coach. And he, to me, deserves another shot. But if he is really being that disrespectful and, you know, having no respect for, you know, people up above, I could see why nobody really would want to rock with Mark Jackson. Great potential, but he's not bringing any hardware to the table. So it's not like he's a Phil Jackson or Greg Popovich, something of that caliber. At least he hasn't gotten the opportunity to be, which is unfortunate. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Mark Jackson. Does he deserve another shot as being the head coach in the NBA? And what do y'all think the real reason of this, you know, blackball allegation when we talk about Mark Jackson not getting another head coaching job in the National Basketball Association? I'm Seven Mitchell with the Mitchell Report. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed today's video. Become a member of our YouTube channel. Check out all the Mitchell Report videos in our series. I definitely appreciate the support, and I hope you guys enjoy these stories. And I catch you guys on the next video. Stay safe and happy holidays. Peace. Be sure to smash that like button, and if you enjoy the Mitchell Report series, leave a little quick tip or donation at the Super Thanks. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.